Okay, so a little bit on Sanda. Sanda Langer. Sanda's mission is to help and inspire people be healthy and fit through education, fitness, and lifestyle changes. After working in the corporate world and freelancing in translation and conference interpretation, Sanda decided to pursue her passion for health and wellness, sports, fitness, and alternative healthcare. She believes that we all have the ability to push ourselves further and achieve greatness with proper education and motivation, whether it's physical or nutritional. Sanda helps and inspires people have a better life through Bowen therapy, personalized training, and lifestyle consulting. And I'm witness of the level of care. Actually, many of you remember her. She used to be our project manager.
Yes.
And actually, as I said, I know, like, she was actually the first one telling me you need to change Coke for a green drink. So, and we share, actually, we have a common mentor, Anthony Robbins. You will see him on the references. So, you know, her heart is with your health. We're helping you, and I know how much she cares. So it's going to be a short presentation, but please, you know, welcome her, and I'm very, very happy to have you here again. Instead of presenting on travels, presenting on greens.
Yes. So my presentation will be very brief. I know you had a long day. I had a long day too. I'm coming actually directly from a course. That's why I just got here. And the first thing I wanted to say is I'm by no way expert. How Lola introduces me, I'm no health expert yet, because according to famous physicists, an expert is a person who has made all the mistakes that can be made in a certain area. And they haven't made all the mistakes yet. So I'm still learning. And I'm here to talk about some very brief and simple things that you can do to improve your health and have more energy. So there's a very simple mechanism how we get sick. It's because of the food that we eat. When they're digested, they become either alkaline or acidic. And the lights.
Can you see it better?
Yes. Okay, so we all know that the pH level of the blood is between 7.35 and 7.45, and it has to stay like that. If it deviates from that very much and the blood is not able to alkalize back to that level, within 4 hours we actually die. Yes. So the body is actually doing a lot of chemical processes and a lot of work to alkalize everything and to bring it to this slightly alkaline. So the scale is from 1 to 14, so basically 7 is neutral. So this is like slightly alkaline. And if the control systems that work to alkalize everything don't work to alkalize the body very quickly, the tissues will become damaged. And first they cause illnesses, and if it still happens, if it continues to happen, it causes death. It's very simple. Some consequences of an acidic pH in the body is overweight, because the pancreas produces more insulin to counteract that acidity, and whatever it cannot process, it will transform into fat and store as fat. So this will lead to diabetes, because it also imbalances the pancreas to create more insulin. The free radical damage of cell walls, they lead to premature aging, eyesight, memory problems, wrinkles, age spots. So you will see on the skin, people who have on their hands especially, the brown spots, those are all signs of acidity. And for hormone regulation, it's all a matter of imbalance of the entire body. And the acidic blood plasma will actually create high blood pressure, because the cholesterol comes to counteract that acidity, and that's the one that is stored on the walls of the arteries. Some further consequences are that the heart will have a harder time pumping the blood, and it's difficult to control this high blood pressure, and from here it all spirals down to heart disease and to all the heart issues. So acidosis, disrupts the lipid and fatty acid metabolism. That means how the body processes all these in the body. And it leads to neurological problems, hormonal imbalances, and they can also lead to cellular mutations, and we all know what those are. They lead to cancer. So the body has decreased reserves of energy because it has to work all the time to restore the balance, to restore the pH, and that's why we feel tired and there's chronic fatigue. We don't have any energy when we wake up in the morning because the body cannot metabolize everything properly. Causes of overacidity: animal products, unfortunately, meat, fish, poultry, shellfish, cheese and milk, so the dairy products are also building a lot of acid. Grains and sugars, alcohol and coffee, like these are the main ones.
Eggs.
Eggs too. Eggs are like more on the neutral side. So there are like several opinions here. I think the pH level of the eggs is probably around 5 or so. So like they're less worse than other products. Negative thinking, believe it or not, also creates acidity in the body. Psychological stress, environmental toxicity, so this is something that we cannot avoid. We all breathe the same air. We cannot live on top of a mountain where we only have like clean air, perfect balance of oxygen, no pollutants, no toxicity, but we can counteract all these by changing our diets, changing our thought patterns, and I will show you later on some other things that you can do. So increased consumption of these products will cause our bodies to become overly acidic, which strips them of minerals. Why? Because the minerals, again, counteract the acids to create that pH balance in the body. And if the body runs out of the mineral reserve, so we all have a mineral reserve of magnesium and calcium and all that, and if we run out of that, what will the body do? It will take it from the bones, and that's actually the cause, one of the main causes of osteoporosis. And people have the wrong idea that they have to drink more milk and eat more dairy products to get calcium, which is actually completely wrong, because they are acids and they turn into acids, and instead of giving the little calcium that they have, they will actually strip the body of calcium because the body has to take all the minerals from the bones to counteract the acidity. So we can get that calcium more from veggies. There are some veggies that are very high in calcium and all the vitamins and minerals that the body needs without having to drink dairy, which is also has a high content of sugar, it has high content of fat, so there are a lot of issues, and dairy products are known to maintain mucus in the body, so the body will have to fight that off too, so it's an additional fight instead of helping it maintain the balance. So over time, if we do not balance our diets with alkaline foods, primarily vegetables and fruit, we will become prone to weak bones, heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease, and all the diseases, which are actually only imbalances of this pH. What can we do? And I have here some very simple steps that you can take. And as simple as it sounds, the first one would be to breathe. I think, if I'm not mistaken, a few years ago, Lola did some exercises on breathing, right?
Yeah, we did. 2009, I think.
Yeah, with Marina. So do 3 times a day. I'll actually talk about that here. So Dr. Andrew Weil, who is a medical doctor, says, if I had to limit my advice on healthier living to just one tip, it would be simply to learn how to breathe correctly. There is no single more powerful or more simple daily practice to further your health and well-being than breath work. So do 3 times a day, 10 deep abdominal breaths. Keep the air in the lungs in the lower part, because that's where the lungs are richer in blood, and you will be able to actually, from there, send the oxygen to all the cells, and that will increase your acidity because cancer doesn't live in an oxygenated environment. So if we actually oxygenate our cells properly, cancer cells will die because they don't live with oxygen. Exercise. Everybody hears about the benefits of exercise and how good it is, and the actual truth is that 45 minutes of daily cardiovascular activity, and it doesn't have to be running or biking, just brisk walking, decreases your chance of heart disease by 50% and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's by 60%. And these are medical studies that are done, and they have shown that these are the results of 45 minutes a day of cardiovascular, where you increase a little bit your heart rate. So blood vessels become more flexible, the oxygen supply increases, your lungs operate more efficiently when you exercise. It reduces the risk of dementia because it encourages brain functions, it improves digestion, it helps you sleep better, so you only have benefits, and 45 minutes or even like half an hour, that's all you have to do. Take a brisk walk. You will see improvements within a few weeks. Drink lemon water. Drinking a glass of lemon water at room temperature when you wake up in the morning will be a natural detox, because it will act as a detox to clean your digestive system, and it will also be a very gentle liver cleanse, because it will start your enzyme juices going, and you will start, like the liver will start going, and you will be ready to enjoy breakfast. It will improve your immune system because it's a natural diuretic. It relieves constipation and alkalizes the body. Although the lemon is acidic, when ingested, it will turn into alkaline. So it aids in digestion, it helps break down gallstones. Yes?
How much lemon in the water?
It depends on how much you can take. There is like from a few squeezes to all the way to one full lemon, half a lemon. It depends on how much you like it. Yes?
Is it the lemon slices or the lemon juice?
Squeeze a little bit of a lemon, and then you can put lemon slices in your water throughout the day. Like you can put in your water bottle 1 or 2 slices of lemon, and you can carry that around with you throughout the day. That's a very simple step that you can take, and it's one of the best and most efficient ways to alkalize your body. Any more questions? Yes?
How does the acidity turn into alkaline if the stomach is already acid?
The stomach is already acidic. I don't know exactly how lemon turns into alkaline. I haven't studied that.
You get 2 acids and
Because lemon is also acid though.
Sorry?
Lemon also acid though.
Lemon is an acid. That's what I said. Lemon is acidic. But when you drink it like that, it alkalizes the body. So I'm not able to give you an answer. I know the gastric juices in the stomach are also acidic. Yes?
I just wanted to say that, in my own experience, I have a history of peptic ulcer, and now I am also still, I have hyperacidity. When I eat a little bit of coffee, I feel pain here. But if I drink like 5 cups of lemon, with sugar, which I make it at home,
lemonade.
Lemonade, I don't feel any pain. And I found it very good medicine when you get influenza or whatever, or flu, whatever.
And if you leave the sugar out,
I don't
it
take
will
any
be
medicine.
better.
Lemon and sugar, and I drink a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know, so that's
it's amazing. Just putting a slice of lemon in your glass of water and squeezing a little bit. It's amazing.
Acid ascorbic, that's vitamin C.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eat more greens or juice greens. So green vegetables have nutrients that are key to long-term health and disease prevention, like vitamins and minerals, chlorophyll, fiber, enzymes, phytonutrients, and we actually find in vegetables all the nutrients that the body needs without having to take those little nutrients that are available in animal products. So we can get a lot more, and the body can actually process them a lot better. So they are powerful antioxidants. They remove the free radicals from the body, the radicals that damage the walls, the blood vessels. Why juicing? Because first of all, when we juice, we can get a lot more, like the quantity of vegetables that we get in a glass is something that you would probably eat throughout 1 day or 2 days. And you can squeeze it all and you get it in a glass. Another benefit of juicing is that within 15 minutes of drinking that juice, all the vitamins and minerals and all the phytonutrients are already absorbed in your digestive system. You will give your digestive system a break, so your digestive system doesn't have to work hard in breaking down all the food. It will absorb everything easily, and it will be able to actually focus, like besides the digestion, because that's the main thing that your digestive system, like your body works when you eat to digest all that food. When it doesn't have to do that anymore because you're giving it vitamins and minerals and everything is raw and it's full of like everything that the body needs, it will actually be able to breathe a little bit and focus on repairing other areas that need repairing, like balancing the pH and all that. So there are a lot of benefits. Like I could talk just about juicing and green veggies for I think 1 full day, and I was actually very impressed with a movie. I will tell you about that. Refined animal products, reduced animal products, refined carbs and sugars. These all they have very little nutrients. They all turn into acid. So into sugar when digested, and that's acid. So the pancreas secretes more insulin, whatever the body cannot process right there, because we tend to eat a lot more than we need. It will be turned into fat and stored as fat, which eventually will cause diabetes because the pancreas will not have a balanced functioning anymore, so it will be completely out of whack. Meat is high in saturated fats, cholesterol, because we're actually eating the animal's cholesterol too, so our bodies are fully capable of creating and maintaining a cholesterol balance, but when we're eating animal products, we're actually eating the animal's cholesterol, so that's why the body cannot control our own cholesterol anymore and has a hard time dealing with that. Chicken is a possible carrier of salmonella and lymphoma, and meat is generally a significant factor in heart disease and different types of cancer. And some of the sources and recommended reading, and not only reading, but as I was saying, one of the movies that impressed me on juicing is Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead. I don't know if you've heard of that movie, it's a documentary.
What is it called?
Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead. Very suggestive. It's available on Netflix right now, if you have Netflix. Also available on Netflix is Food Matters, another documentary, Hungry for Change. They're very, very inspiring. And a book that will actually, it's a scientific book, but it's very nicely written and very clear, is the China study. It's a study, the largest nutritional study ever done, and there were some studies done on cancer on the population in China, and then Dr. Campbell came in and studied the nutritional habits of those people based on the cancer areas to determine if the nutrition was actually related to cancer. It's an absolutely amazing book. The pH Miracle, Robert Young, he's a microbiologist. He is going into a lot of detail. He's to the extreme, like he's drinking juices, only eating greens. Like in his book, there is no balance from my perspective. It's only greens. But I guess it doesn't hurt because we have all the toxicity in the air, we have so much toxicity around us in our environments that probably by having a completely alkaline diet, it can't hurt. It's very difficult to do completely alkaline and completely by Robert Young's prescriptions, but it's totally doable. And we're preparing for juicing. And there are some websites websites there. I think you have a printout of this presentation, and you can go there. There's tons of information available, and it's absolutely amazing that you can read about it. Now we will be juicing. So you can actually see that green juices can be very tasty, and believe it or not, I convinced my 16-year-old to juice, and she is very much into juicing now, and she loves it. She starts every morning to juice. I know. Yeah, I know. So thank you very much, and please enjoy our juice.
Now, even if you're not young and handsome, it actually really works. So I know a lot of people that have changed. So please try it. I have actually the little shot cups if you don't want to try a lot. So I have both sizes, like this one. So you can just have a little bit if you want to try. So thanks, Sanda, and she is really an expert. So thank you so much.
Actually test your pH. It really depends on what you eat, so it's the best thing that if you do it in the morning or if you allow 2 hours after you eat something. There are pH strips in health stores that you can buy, and you can test your saliva and your urine. It's not the same as the blood, but it will give you an idea of about where you are. So that's something that you can do. And if you we actually did this at home, like after 5 days of only juicing, our pH changed by 1.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is that the alkaline better or?
Yes. The balance. You cannot get your saliva to be at the 9. You will never get that. So don't worry about that. Drink a coffee and you'll be fine. You'll be back to 5.
But not too much coffee, actually. During lunch, I went around saying, how was lunch? Everyone was very polite and said, this is great. Actually, what we had today here is not really serving your body.
I'm glad I wasn't here.
Yeah, nothing that, Coke, and that's actually the only thing on the menu. So, having vegetarian and Coke and desserts, all that is not really helping you and
Vamos a tener que usar este power para esos dos chunches. Entonces esto va a tener que ser en batería por 45 minutos y este power allá, ¿ok? You're very welcome. Thank you for coming. You're going to try a little bit green drink? Don't be afraid, it's good.
like it?
Very nice.
Oh my god, it's so tasty. Thank you.